The Honourable Carter.
Thank you, Speaker. Speaker, the most disappointing need to increase the VAT rate and the resultant amendment proposed by the Standing Committee on Finance that the Minister must review the VAT increase following an evaluation of its impact on revenue collection and the poor by the end of June 2021 does not cut the Gordian knot. The VAT increase and the committee's reaction, Speaker, do not get us near to ground zero. Neither does it address the underlying problem. The VAT increase merely addresses the symptoms by plastering over the cracks, whilst the committee's reaction is to prescribe a feel-good panado looking like placebo. Speaker, as we put it last week, rearranging the deck chairs did not stop the Titanic from sinking. The medium-term budget policy statement proves this point. We continue to bleed. Our conditions continue to deteriorate economically, fiscally, socially, and governmentally. And the ruling party continues to sabotage our economic prospects. It has piloted us into a stall, a low-growth trap, and has now placed a bomb on board in the form of its intention to force expropriation without compensation, using populist majoritarian politics in a constitutional democracy. And I want to ask the question, who paid for expropriation with compensation? Was it the government? No, it wasn't. It was the taxpayers. Widening holes appear in our revenue projections and in our revenue collection ability. Our purse continues to be looted. We face the prospects of a debt trap and the need of an IMF bailout. Now, 2 years ago, interest per second amounted to 3,245 Rand. Currently, today, 2 years later, we're talking about interest per second, South Africans, interest per second on our debt, 5,301 Rand. Our national debt equals to 53,000 Rand per citizen based on 55 million South Africans. Even your baby has got 53,000 Rand's debt. We're sitting with a debt to GDP of 55%. Let's look at Greece. What happened to Greece when they reached 39%? Widening holes appear in our revenue projections and in our revenue collection ability. Our purse continues to be looted. We face the prospects of a debt trap and the need of an IMF bailout, as I stated. The ability of our state to deliver efficiently and effectively has been impaired, and the corrupt continue to fight back. Government wage bills continue to balloon and become increasingly more unsustainable. The extent of a rotten financial crisis amongst our SOEs becomes clearer and more dire with each passing day. We can't even keep the lights on. And the crisis in our provincial and local governments, the cold face of service delivery, particularly to the poor and the indigent, continues to deteriorate. Speaker, it is the poor that suffers the most from an increase in VAT. The biggest euphemism used in South Africa this year, Speaker, is the Standing Committee's use of a phrase, and I quote, that they reluctantly accept the VAT increase. It doesn't cut the Gordian knot. It doesn't get us close to ground zero. It doesn't address the underlying problem. And we need investment. We need economic growth. We need job creation. And the only thing that is standing in its way is the ruling party, the ANC. Thank you.